St. Louis, the gateway to the West, is now the gateway to the best.
Swing and get up, baby! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Home
The game is over. The series is over. The wait is over.
What's happening, nerds? This is John, Nerding Out with Cards, and coming at you with a video. It's been, about a week or so since I dropped a video where I did that collaboration with Kelly, which that was awesome. And then in the meantime, I got to do that video with Ryan. And I'm sorry, Ryan. I don't know if it was Strongsville or if it was because of me, but it doesn't seem like many people are checking out that video, but I had a blast. So anyway, got a couple things in that I want to share. Amazing things, actually. And then one of the also is that I hit my year mark here on the YouTube, so I'll kind of talk about that a little bit. Anyway, I'll get to that then. So first thing I have to show is it was back in December. I reached out to Scott because he does the custom artwork and everything, and he's transitioned to that full time professionally, right? So I had been talking to Jay over at Average Vintage Collector because he had gotten a Boog Powell marker doodle made up, and I knew that'd be really cool, but I didn't know a whole lot about it. I didn't want to bother Scott, so to speak, and so Jay filled me in. And so what I did was I reached out to Scott. I had a couple ideas, one centered around Ozzie Smith, and the other one centered around Chief Petty Officer Feller, or Bob Feller, as most of y'all call him. And Scott definitely had a preference, but he's also an Indians fan, and so he reached out to me. It was like a month ago or so, a few weeks ago or something. I don't know. And said it was my turn. What did I want done? And long story short, what I did was I decided on the Chief Petty Officer Feller, and the image that I had requested was him pitching for Naval Station Great Lakes, and because that's when he was in the Navy, World War II. And this came out phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. And the thing is, like, the video, like, this looks great, right? And then you look at it in person, it's just like, holy shit, just too damn cool. This is perfect, absolutely perfect, because there's not a whole lot out there for Bob Feller and his time in the Navy, and this is just so damn unique. And so, like I said, it was the image of him pitching for Great Lakes, and then the only other request I had was this World War II era Chief Petty Officer rank insignia to be included. And there was no like specific or anything like that I had said, but the way that Scott included that, mind blowing. This is just so damn cool. And then so I mean, if you're thinking about reaching out to Scott for custom artwork, he does this in 5x7, which is what this is, and then he also does like 8x10s. Obviously there's gonna be a price difference, but I went with a 5x7. But if you're thinking about it, I cannot recommend enough reaching out to him. It might take a while, but the wait is worth it. Absolutely phenomenal. And then so when Scott said, hey man, it's your turn, there was a top 10 cards video I did a good while back, and this card was on it. And it's not that it's an expensive card or anything like that, but it is a top 10 card. I showed it on my video with Adam, who I'll get to here in a second. But the 1941 double play, the Scott saying that it was my turn for this really hastened this purchase, because this is the last card manufactured before the war. And so it's just, these like go together. It's like peas and carrots to me, you know what I mean? So not only did I get that absolutely sick marker doodle from Scott, but now I have this very, very important to me Bob Feller card in my collection now to kind of go with it. And then just because I want to show it, I think it's kind of funny now. But, I do have this card of Chief Feller, and this is given out at a Hall of Fame Classic or whatever. I don't know what year, but, it came on a panel of cards. This is perforated and was detached. But the sponsor for this is the Boeing Company, who I work for now. So that's phenomenal. But again, thank you, Scott. Just so damn awesome. Real quick, there's been a lot done for us by Jeff over at A Fine Card Collector, and then Brent at Brent Richards and Baseball Cards. So hopefully you know all about that. Go check their channels out to know more. But one of the things that Jeff had thrown out there is if you wanted Steve's labels, MagPro labels, just reach out to him. So I reached out to him because I had ordered a card that I wanted to include for Steve in my card immunity binder, and you'll see why. And so Jeff sent out the label, and here it is. So I got one of Rev Steve's labels here. Everybody knows he's a big Manny Sanguillen fan, and so I wanted to have a Manny Sanguillen card that also kind of tied into like with how I collect and everything. So obviously, I'm a Cardinals collector. I love league leader cards, right? Because yeah, Steve was a Manny Sanguillen fan, but Manny Sanguillen was a damn good player. So what better to illustrate that than a league leader card? Then it's got Ted Simmons on here. And awesomely enough, Jeff is a Cubs fan. So you got Bill Madlock here, one of the times that he won the batting title. And so it's kind of like there's a whole lot going on with this very simple card that I think about when I look at it. So absolutely awesome. Thank you, Jeff, for sending me that. And I'm looking forward to getting the picture that Brent had made up and whatnot, and I know like you guys were tag teaming on that, so awesome stuff. And then Adam, Pinson of Flood for the win. He sent me an unexpected gift. He and I do the monthly pickups videos as far as like baseball and football, because he does the hockey one with Shane and Rob. So Adam, he works with or for Sabre, and they get really big into the stats and the history of baseball. They have books that they produce, and Adam sent me 2 of those. You got one for Sportsman's Park and one for the 1934 Gas House Gang. Absolutely awesome. These are substantial books, so there's got to be tons of just amazing information in these that I can't wait to dig into. The home of the Browns and the Cardinals, 1944 World Series, and then the Gas House Gang, which I'm a huge fan of. I've gotten a bunch of cards in recently. The R311s for the Cardinals and the Tigers because of that World Series. Not only that, but he also sent me a bunch of cards too. Absolutely amazing cards. Team card here, 61. It's got Musial, Boyer, Bill White, Bob Gibson. Just some of the names on this card are just so damn cool. 69 checklist. It features Bob Gibson. But what's cool is on the back here, it's the World Series cards that are on there. And I got a couple of those. One for Brock, one for Gibson. A couple of Lou Brock cards. Record breaker card and 3000th hit card with Carl Yastrzemski. Awesome stuff. And then for the record breaker, I have the O-Pee-Chee. Did not have the top, so now I do. That's pretty sick right there. And then speaking of Lou Brock, this Power for Ernie. It's got Bill White on there, but it's got Ernie Broglio, who was infamously traded for Lou Brock, but he was a very good pitcher for the Cardinals. This card's from 61, and Broglio had a really good season, like 63 and everything. He just did not do well with the Cubs. But anyway, and then a recent video of his, he showed these cards. But this is a 5x7 Dominators for Willie McGee, because of his batting average in the 90s at that time was among the best in the league. Numbered out of 10,000 card. Absolutely awesome. But what I thought was really cool is he sent me this book, and this book was on my list to get. So I'm really excited about this. I'll definitely be doing a book report in the future on it when I get a chance to read it. But Bushville Wins, and this is a book about the 1957 Milwaukee Braves. And here, if you don't know already, like, why does this Cardinals fan want to read a book about the 1957 Braves? And that's because of Rick Shandy's being on this team. I've heard this book referenced several times here on the YouTube, and I've heard about how good of a book it is. And so I definitely wanted to get it. And thanks to Adam, now I do have it. Absolutely amazing. Because of my guy Red being on that 1957 team. So, thank you, Adam. That's absolutely amazing. So, thank you very much. So now, I'm going to close out the video, kind of just, talk about, hey, been here for a year. and not that it really takes really much skill, it's just time goes on and eventually you get to a year, right? But I think first off, what I'll say is, like, I'm not going to set any, like, goals for the next year kind of thing. Just kind of see how it goes, and it'll go how it goes. I would say overall, it's been great. It's I would say you hear everybody talk about it. It's like, oh, it's the community, and I'll kind of touch on that here in a minute. But the biggest thing for me is this has been a tremendous distraction, release, whatever you want to call it, from reality. As if you've watched my channel for, I guess kind of since the beginning, but definitely before November, it's been very discombobulated, especially because I've done videos in hotel rooms. I've done videos on, the ship I was stationed on. I've done videos here. I've talked about, being here, being there, going here, blah, 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 blah. And in that respect, it's like my original plan was to start my channel after I moved back home permanently. And then I accelerated that timeline. I don't regret it, but it's led to that choppiness, so to speak. So at least that's done. I'm here and I'm going to be here, that kind of thing. So that's over and done with. Definitely had a lot of fun, getting, like, my collection scopes out there, what I collect, why I collect, how I collect, things like that. That's been a lot of fun. And hopefully, there's people that relate to it. Hopefully, maybe it gives people some ideas or things like that, because that's what I extracted from other channels while I was watching, prior to doing the whole video thing, right? It's, in some respects, I'm unique in how I do things, card wise, and I don't know. Hopefully people like it. So the card community part of it, and I would say, by and large, it's been great. That's not something I had expected going into making my channel, because you set your expectations that rely on other people. You put yourself in a position to fail or to be disappointed, things like that. So it was not high on my priority list. That being said, I am a human being, and so I would say there's other people who started right around the same time that I did that metrically their channels are far exceeding the performance of my channel. They appear to be having much more fun and involvement within the community than me. Things like that. And all of that is to say, like, you know, you could look at it as like, is it because I don't go to shows? Is it because I'm a primary team collector? X, Y, Z, double A, double B, blah, 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 blah. And I don't think that that's the case. I think it's just me, you know. Going into or sometime in January, I think is when, I don't know, like it seemed that my involvement was increasing, and then something changed around then, you know, like the text messages kind of stopped, invitations to the offline chats stopped, subscriber count just was on a consistent slide down, engagement with other people just decreased, you know. And all that is to say, like, you know, I'm here at my year mark. Like I said, I never set really like channel goals except for getting more Cardinals cards out there, winning. That's what I'm doing. But I don't know where I really fit, and maybe that I just don't fit anywhere. Maybe I just am what I am, you know, kind of like Popeye. But you know, why am I saying all this? It isn't to, you know, bitch and moan or anything like that, because like the people that I have connected with, the people I do get to, you know, communicate with on a regular basis, collaborate with and whatnot, has been a blast. I appreciate all of them. That has been absolutely great. But at the same time, there's people who I had connected with that it seems like those connections have gone away, and that's unfortunate, and I don't know why. But you know, it's like if you're newer, or if you're thinking about starting up a channel and everything, and you happen to be watching this, you know, it's like, what do the kids say? You know, I'm gonna keep it a buck. It's just a honest, transparent reflection on my year. It is what it is. You know, it's not positive or negative. It's just real. You know what I mean? So, but I have been having fun. You know, this weekend and last, I did not do my Ozzie Smith weekend video. That has everything to do with the fact that I'm getting acclimated to working and all that good stuff. So I need to come up with a better plan of attack on doing videos. Just because I get wrapped up in my crap, you know, here at home. But it's been fun. You know, I get to talk about Ozzie Smith cards, Cardinals cards. You know, I get to talk about bobbleheads, things like that. You know, it's brought a whole new element to my collecting. Not only in what I collect and how I collect, but how I enjoy these cards. I have a card coming in the coming days that I'm gonna have a blast with making the video on that. That is, oh man, oh, I can't wait. But anyway, but yeah, it's been fun. Definitely gonna keep going. The people who I have connections, relationships with, I appreciate those, and this has been an amazing distraction from reality. That is no doubt. You know, the subscriber count can keep going down, and I'm going to keep going because that's the biggest thing that this channel has been doing for me. So anyway, I don't know if any of that made sense to y'all. It makes sense to me in my head, but it's been great. You know, Ozzie Smith. But anyway, going back, you know, Adam, Jeff, Scott, thank you very much for the gifts. And, you know, the marker doodle, not really a gift because I paid for it, but the time and the effort that you put into that, whew, man, it's awesome. So, anyway, this is how I'm nerding out. And thanks for nerding out with me.